so slow.
It's okay. Take your time.
Just keeps loading. Oh, wait, one second. Let me try this. Let me click the link.
Julian, we are live. I have messaged.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Very warm welcome to this younger youth group session webinar. It's very special to us because younger youth group, meaning the ages starting from 6 years old. Why it is special? Because these 6-year-olds, they absolutely every week come for prep sessions. They bring out a topic that they are interested in. They discuss among themselves, and I would proudly say that they have become great friends. Uh, some might doubt, but definitely they talk. They feel like they are buddies for a long time. Since they have been continuously doing these webinars on our LetUsTalkIt platform, and doing it so with so much of perseverance, patience, and they show up. That's the main important part, I feel. So with that, what we try on this LetUsTalkIt platform is to develop public speaking, not so much as become great speakers, which they will, I'm pretty sure, when they grow up, and some of them have qualities right now we can see. But more than that is how they express their ideas, their feelings, their opinions, and how they can accept each other's ideas as well. That is very important. We all have our opinion, but if we do not have that sensitivity or patience to hear somebody else, then I think the whole point is lost. So here we have our sections of the webinar where the panelists introduce themselves, they talk about the topic, and at the end we have our interaction session. We request all of you who are joined in on YouTube or Facebook, please join the Zoom link so that you can interact with these kids. They will have they can hear new ideas or new ways of seeing a topic, and your kids might also help. And if you are wondering how to register or how to get to LetUsTalkIt, then you have to just go to our website, letustalkit.com/youth, and register your kids there. And we will definitely contact you. With that, we begin our webinar today, and the topic is what can be better than cartoons for children, and those cartoons, why their favorite cartoon characters, why they want to be those characters, because it is said that as children grow up, we use cartoons to show them how things function in life. It's easy for them to grasp those feelings and relationships and understand them well. So this is our little way of making them understand how to deal with certain situations. And of course, the cartoon's main aim, I guess, is to convey some valuable life lessons. But this is all that we know about cartoons. Let's hear some of the cartoon characters which we may know, we might not know. And today's webinar will be moderated by Ananya, and she's excited. She'll be doing it all by herself. And absolute all the best to all of the kids. Over to you, Ananya.
Thank you, Jill Auntie. My name's Ananya, and our topic that we chose is the cartoon characters that we want to be. Did you know that sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart, like cartoons? So today we'll be talking about the cartoon characters that we wish to be and why. And this is how our webinar will be set up. So first we'll meet our panelists, or the people who will be presenting today. Then we'll dive into our topic, which is cartoon characters that we want to be. Then we'll go to our conclusion, and make sure to stay for our interactions and Q&A session. Now let's meet our panelists. First, we have Arushi.
Hi, my name is Arushi. And and I will be talking about Calvin and Hobbes and Snow White. Applewhite. And in the side, you can see different creations I've made, sort of like cartoons.
Oh, that's nice. Next we have Ritvika.
Hi everyone, it's Ritvika, and I hope you guys are having a joyful evening. Some of my hobbies include playing the flute and playing with my brother. As you might have heard already, this week's topic is our favorite characters and what we would do if we were that cartoon character. Today, I'll be talking about the two very popular characters, which are Olaf, the snowman-looking dude on the left, and Dora, hashtag the girl who's swinging on the vine on the right. See you soon!
Okay. It's taking a second. It's still loading.
Yeah, should Sean and Sean share those slides?
1 second. It's not even loading.
That's okay. Sean, can you share? Yeah, can you stop sharing,
Yeah.
Ananya? Yeah, thank you.
Ananya, you have to unshare. Hi, my name is Sean. I'm a fifth grader at Ben Franklin Elementary, and some of my hobbies are playing video games with my friends and playing family games and doing puzzles. Today I'll be talking about the Curious George, which is the monkey that's eating a banana, and fan favorite Scooby-Doo, which is very fun, very, very fun.
Next we have Ruhan.
Hi everyone, my name is Juan Kari, and I'm finally back on LetUsTalkIt. It's been a long time since I've been on it. Some of my hobbies include playing soccer and playing with my sister. Today I'll be talking about Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. See you later. Bye.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rue, and Hello, everyone. My name is Rue. I'm 8 years old, and I go to Benjamin Franklin Elementary. In this week's webinar, I'll be talking about Supergirl and Raven Queen. You might not know who they are, so I'll be telling you all about them in this week's webinar. Thank you.
Okay. I'm Ananya, as I said before, and I will be talking about Alex Bailey, the girl that you see to the right, and Curious George, which is the monkey. So yeah, some of my hobbies are dancing, singing, and doing art. And yeah, so those are the characters that I chose to be. Next, we have Kashmi.
Hi, my name is Kashmi, and some of my hobbies are playing the guitar and singing because I love music. And I will be talking about Harry Potter.
Okay. Now we have Kriti.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kriti. I'm going to be talking about Winnie the Pooh and how he's been a part of my life for a long time.
Hi, my name is Ishan Boda, and I'm going to be talking about Bugs Bunny and Snoopy. Bugs Bunny is the bunny you see to the left. Snoopy's the dog you see to the right with the Supreme hoodie on. Some of my hobbies is playing hockey and playing video games. And I'm going to be telling you about, like I said before, Bugs Bunny and Snoopy. Okay, so now we're going to dive into our topic, which is cartoon characters we want to be.
Hi, it's Sean again, and I'll be talking about first Scooby-Doo and then Curious George. Scooby-Doo has made a very big impact on my life. Whenever I'm feeling down, I always switch to the Scooby-Doo channel, and it makes me feel better, a lot better, and it's sure to give me a good laugh. The characters are always so playful and silly, and I still watch it even though I'm a big kid. It has made our movie nights very, very special. That's the thing I love about Scooby-Doo. Anyone can watch it, especially my mom. She loves it. Also, they're always coming up with new ways to make Scooby-Doo funny. That's basically the theme of the show, comedy. So that's the reason I want to be Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is, I want to be Scooby-Doo so I can make everyone happy if they're not feeling good and just have a good time being a dog. Because who wouldn't want to be a dog? Next is probably the most interesting cartoon character for me. It's Curious George. It almost made me into a monkey. And you may not believe me at first, but I will tell you a story. So I'm watching Curious George I'm watching my Curious George, and when I'm done, my mom asked me if I wanted a banana. By the way, I love bananas. And I replied with ooh ooh ah ah. So my mom said to stop joking around, but I kept saying ooh ooh ah ah. So she asked my dad to help, but he couldn't do anything. So my parents took me to the doctor, and they said it's a normal thing when little kids watch shows with animals. So I took a break from Curious George, and I was normal. But about a year ago, I started watching it again, and it brought back some memories. It was very cute and funny. I would want to be Curious George so I could swing around the trees and eat a banana in like 2 seconds. Love bananas. Thank you.
Okay, that was really funny, the story and everything. Yeah, I have some times that I can relate to that too. Okay, next.
Ruhan?
Okay.
We can't see the
Still frozen. Yeah, I can't see the slide. I can only see the Scooby-Doo and Curious George. I can see. Okay, now I can see. Yeah, now it's Ruhan.
Hi everyone, it's me, Ruhan again. I would like to become Spider-Man because he's cool looking and also he has cool superpowers like his web shooter and his crazy flips, which he does in the movies. Speaking of movies, there's a new movie called Spider-Man No Way Home. I watched it. It is cool, not cool. I mean, really, really cool. Let's get back to the point. Why I want to be Spider-Man. Not because of his superpowers nor his coolness, because of the comic books that I read. They're so addictive. I literally have a whole stack of Spider-Man books, and he is so famous. He is like the best of all the Avengers. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I can agree that Spider-Man's pretty cool. Okay, next. Okay, now Kriti doing Winnie the Pooh.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kriti again, and I am doing Winnie the Pooh, like I said earlier. So, as you can see on the slide, Winnie the Pooh has been connected to me since I was 5 because my kindergarten teacher just loved Winnie the Pooh. And I never thought it was weird that a kindergarten teacher liked Winnie the Pooh. I actually thought it was really cute, and I was surprised that different ages, people as old as my kindergarten teacher and people as young as me could watch Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is for all ages. Winnie the Pooh is a very cute and funny show, and I think that I just highly recommend it, no matter how old you may be. Winnie the Pooh is very special to me, as you can see. First, I cannot get through this presentation without saying how adorable Pooh is. He's so adorable, and so is his little crew of friends. Speaking of Winnie the Pooh, there's a little movie that you might not know about called Christopher Robin. Winnie the Pooh is displayed as a real-life stuffed toy, and as Christopher Robin leaves this magical land with Winnie the Pooh in it when he's about 10, he comes back and reunites with Winnie the Pooh when he's about 40. Winnie the Pooh is just so kind, he's so friendly, and he's so sweet. He is always hugging all his friends, and I think that's just so cute. And Winnie the Pooh, it's very entertaining. Even to this day, I love to watch Winnie the Pooh, and I think he's just so adorable. He's very adorable. Winnie the Pooh is very special to me, and that's why I chose to choose Winnie the Pooh. I chose to be Winnie the Pooh. He's cute, he's funny, it's all the traits that I'd ever dreamed to be. I think that Winnie the Pooh is actually a role model for many people because he's so friendly and kind. Thank you.
That's really cute. I really like that. And now we have Supergirl.
Hello, it's Rue again. And I will be talking about Supergirl. You might not know who Supergirl is, so I'll tell you about it. Supergirl is also known by Kara Zor-El. Supergirl is 15 years old and goes to Superhero High. She's the daughter of Superwoman. And her best friend is Batgirl. Her superpowers are heat vision, X-ray vision, flying, freeze breath, and so much more I can't tell you. And she has a pet too. It's Crypto, the super dog. My connection. I want to be Supergirl because she has powers to help people. I also need a crime-fighting dog when I'm in school. When I have powers, I can go to places really fast when I'm flying and play with my friends carefully with my powers I will get. And I also love Supergirl because she's always helping people, even though it might be, even though if it's not her friends, she's always helping people. And I think that her kindness and the power that she can help people is the best. That's why I want to be her. Now I'll talk about Raven Queen. Who is Raven Queen? Raven Queen is 15 years old and goes to Ever After High. She's the daughter of the evil queen, also known as the witch in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. She's friends with the Applewhite, the daughter of the famous Snow White, which is weird because Snow White is the enemy of the evil queen because she's the one who poisoned her. And Raven also has a pet dragon called Nevermore. And the most important part of the series is Legacy Day. Raven does not want to follow her destiny, being the next evil queen, because she's kind, not mean, and she's good, not bad. She does not want to be the next evil queen, and does not sign her destiny in the Book of Legacy. But in season 3, where they go to Wonderland, she has to sign her destiny in order to defeat Courtly Jester. But the rest, I'll leave a mystery. My connection. I want to be Raven because I would love having a dragon. I can ride to school really fast and have snowball fights from the air. I can also make snow fall. Raven also has powers, but I'll only use them for fun and good causes. I'll also I also learned that to follow what you think is right, not what other people think. Like how Raven followed her own destiny, not her mother's. Thank you.
That was nice. I've only read like one or two Ever After High books, so yeah, that was cool. Next, we have Arashi doing Applewhite.
So, who is Applewhite? Applewhite is 15 years old and is the daughter of Snow White and is proud of her destiny. As you can see in the picture, Apple is reciting her pledge to follow her mother's destiny, but unfortunately, Raven is part of it and wants to make up her own story. This leads to Apple thinking that her destiny may not come true and blames. Of course, Apple is a royal and Raven is a rebel, and honestly, most royals aren't that smart. However, Apple is one of the smart ones and is the student council president. Plus, she remains friends with Raven even after she decides the smart ones. She even decides that that when Raven decides to write her own story, which is one of the things I like about her. I like Apple almost as much as Maddie, who you can see there, Maddie Hatter and Raven. But Apple's one is a very caring and helpful, and she doesn't think. But I think she thinks too much about the future to think that everything will go just right. Because as you see, Raven didn't want to sign her destiny. Next, I'll be talking about Calvin and Hobbes. Calvin and Hobbes is about a 6-year-old boy named Calvin and a stuffed tiger named Hobbes, but Calvin treats him like a real tiger. He mostly thinks that that school is a prison and usually makes up stories to ease the boredom, because as you can see in the left, you can see him looking at the time trying to find out when the school's over. One thing I really like about him is that his stories are really, really funny, and Hobbes is a great friend. Hobbes is Calvin's best friend and only friend, and as you can see in the pictures, they dance together, and Hobbes usually attacks Calvin when he gets home from school. Sort of like a dog because he's so happy to see him again. Calvin and Hobbes is also a comic and comes in strips, but I've read all of the books, and there are three. I have all 3 volumes, and it's by Bill Watterson. Another reason I like it is because it is funny, and I love Hobbes out of everything because he is amazing. Also, the storylines are really good, and there's a lot of them because these are strips. So there are anything about school and things about different holidays and just them hanging out together. So it's really interesting. In the next slide, I'm going to show you a cute little comic strip. So here it is where Hobbes, as you can see, the tiger, shoots a water balloon at Hobbes shoots a water balloon at Calvin, and Calvin gets all mad. So he takes the hose and goes after Hobbes, as you can see. Now Hobbes is filling up another water balloon, and Calvin is about to spray him with the hose. But then he's like, what is wrong? Why won't it squirt? And then Calvin's like, oh, I had to take this end off so I can of the faucet so I could fill my balloon. And then Calvin, here you can see that where he gets like, uh-oh. And then he starts trying, he's mad. So he starts trying to gain another, and like, he tries to gain like revenge. So the reason why I want to become Applewhite or Calvin and Hobbes is because they're both, sometimes Calvin and Hobbes are caring to each other and try to and sometimes Hobbes and Calvin snuggle. As you saw, they play together and Apple, and they're also kind, and I want to be a kind person.
That was nice. And yeah, the comic was funny. Next is me. So I'm doing Curious George and Alex Bailey. So if you didn't know, Curious George is a little monkey that is curious, and he does many funny things throughout the cartoon. This is a cartoon I watched a lot when I was little. I want to be Curious George because he tries his best to solve a problem, and he does it just by using the limited materials he has. Like in one episode that I remember very well, he tries to create a little habitat for a bird, like a tree. And he has to do that right out of like a coat hanger, a rake, and he does it, and the bird actually likes it. So that was one that I remember very well. So he always tries to make the situation better, and he sure is an inventive monkey. My second character is Alex Bailey. Alex Bailey is one of the main characters in the book series, A Land of Stories. It's a great book series, and I really recommend it. Alex Bailey, short for Alexandra Marie Bailey, is a smart, pretty, and kind girl who's in the 6th grade. Alex also has a twin brother named Connor, and a quick summary of the book is that the twins are given a book on their birthday by their grandma, and that book actually sucks them up into the land of stories where fairy tales are real. I want to be Alex because I would like to go on an adventure through the book, and they get sucked up into fairy tales, so like into Snow White's fairy tale or Cinderella's fairy tale. So they get sucked up, and sometimes they change around the story, but still find a way to get it back. So yeah, I overall can connect to her throughout the story, how she's feeling, and some of her troubles and accomplishments are relatable. So those are the two characters that I want to be. Thank you. So next we have Kashmi doing Harry Potter.
Introduction. Harry Potter is a character of the novel written by J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter books and J.K. Rowling have earned many awards. Even though Harry Potter is sometimes serious, they sometimes have been fun. I would like to become Harry Potter because he has many qualities, like fearless. He is fearless, courageous, and has the powers of happy thoughts. The funny things that Harry Potter did, when Harry Potter gets mad or scared, something good and funny happens. One time, they went to the zoo, and his cousin Dudley pushed him out of the way just to see the snake. The glass disappeared, and Dudley fell inside the snake tank. The snake quickly escaped, and then when Dudley wanted to get outside, the glass reappeared. Another time, his Aunt Marge came to the house. When they were talking, Aunt Marge said his parents died in a car crash. Harry believed it before he went to his magic school, Hogwarts, but then he got to know that was actually a lie. And then all of a sudden, his aunt was inflating, and the next moment became a balloon and started flying out the window. That was very hilarious. What I would do on an adventure. I would go deep down in the Chamber of Secrets, and the Chamber of Secrets is actually a book. So in the Chamber of Secrets, I go there and want to rescue one student that went there. Over there, I meet a very high-tempered witch, which gets angry in every small problem there is. The witch told her helper to kill people, a snake. The snake came out of nowhere and started to splash water on me. I ran out of there and found a sword. The snake got distracted and tried to eat the sword, but I poked it through its tooth. Then the snake just died. As I said, the witch got mad for little problems. She became mad and just had a fight with me. And then she just told Harry's parents were very rude. And the next second, I realized she was becoming nicer and she was turning into a human. When she transformed, she said, "Oh no, this student is losing their powers." So she returned the powers, and when we went out of the chamber, she helped everyone, especially one guy named Neville Longbottom, who is a very forgetful boy who can actually forget passwords. Then there is something called a house cup. A cup a reward you win if you have the most points. The witch, which is actually now human, helped everybody. Why? And as you need to do magic, or to make magic happen, you need to say a spell. I would say Wingardium Leviosa, a spell in Harry Potter that you use to make something fly. Why did I pick this? I picked this because every night I would ask someone if I could watch Harry Potter. My 3 favorite ones are the first, second, and third, which I mostly watch all the time. I also like this because Harry Potter was a special boy, and he didn't die by the most powerful person named Lord Voldemort. And I got to know about Harry Potter because my mom always watched Harry Potter, and I was actually scared of Harry Potter. Like, some people do think Harry Potter is scary. But then when I got older, when I was 5 or 6, I said that I thought that actually Harry Potter is not that scary. I will actually watch it. And then I just started watching it. Thank you.
That's really nice, and I liked how you actually told a spell with that thing in your hand. And now we have Olaf by Ritika.
Thank you, Ananya. So as Ananya said right now, I'll be talking about the new and funny Olaf. I chose Olaf because he has such a positive mindset in whatever he does. And every time I watch any cartoon series that involves Olaf, or any Frozen movies, it always brings light to my day because he's always such a joyful character. For example, in Frozen 1 and 2, he has helped Anna and Elsa with many life lessons in a hilarious and goofy way, which just gives us more entertainment and joy to listen and watch. But also, he also gives us some main important life lessons which can help us not only in the present, but even in the future. So one main trait I would say for Olaf is selfless. To make it easier to understand, it basically means that he's concerned more with others' needs and wishes other than his own. This makes him such an admirable character. Also, as you can see in this GIF, he sometimes is, let's just say, clueless and ridiculous. For example, without knowing that he would melt in the sun in Frozen 1, he almost melted in Arendelle, but because of Elsa's snow powers, he got saved. So thank goodness that didn't happen to Olaf. So I would what I would do if I was Olaf, I would make more kinds of snowmen because he's one of a kind and he has no family. So he sometimes needs to be like reminded sometimes in the Frozen movies that like Elsa and Anna are his family and all together like they can stick together since Elsa and Anna's parents, they actually died in this shipwreck. So I would say like if the Frozen directors they included him making his own family or Elsa making him a family, it would actually be like pretty interesting to see how Olaf would react to that. So on the next slide, I'll be talking about Dora, the explorer. So I chose Dora because she is very adventurous, which is one thing I love to do. When I was little, I used to watch this series every single day, and it brought such fun and adventure to my life. So if you or any of your siblings love adventure series, you will love this cartoon series. It also is a great time like with your family to watch it because ever since this horrible virus came around, it caused all of us to stay home and it limited us with no vacations. So watching this series basically takes you all over the world, and it's pretty fun to see how actual explorers go on different tours. One main trait I would give Dora is that she's a very quick learner, either in learning about different animal species or just solving problems. For example, her ethnicity or culture is Mexican. So throughout the series, she goes on many adventures with her monkey buddy Boots. This clearly shows us that Dora can fit in with any animal friends or different religions because it's just her thing, which she does daily basis. Because every single episode, she's in different adventures in Mexico or even around the world. So it's very fun to see Dora. So if I was her, I would go on adventures with my family because most of the time my family is very busy. So I feel like if they were to add their family, like Dora's family, on like going on an adventure, it would give like us more ideas on places to go. For instance, if she went to Hawaii or a place like that, it would also give us an idea of how Hawaii would be if we went. So those are my two characters which I chose, and I feel like both of them are very like unique for each other. Like Olaf is very goofy and hilarious, while Dora is more on the adventure side. So I just hope that you guys like my characters, and I would totally recommend these two cartoon series if you guys are willing to watch anything fun. Thank you.
I like that. And yeah, I also used to watch Dora when I was little. I watched like every episode. I would like watch it every day. And yeah, I really, and also, yeah, Olaf does always bring a smile to my face when I watch it. Yeah, he's really funny, especially like his nose goes everywhere. Okay, next we have Ishan doing Bugs Bunny and Snoopy.
Bugs Bunny. I want to be Bugs Bunny because he's funny and he blows up the fat guy in every episode. Bugs Bunny is good. No, not good, but super good at basketball. And I'm pretty good at basketball too. He's most known of being the main character in the show Looney Tunes. He starred in Space Jam and Space Jam: A New Legacy. If you've watched Looney Tunes before, you know that the plot of everything is that Bugs Bunny does something evil to a fat guy. The fat guy tries to kill him with a sledgehammer, an axe, or anything. And then Bugs Bunny blows up the fat guy. That's basically the plot of every episode. Snoopy. I want to be Snoopy because he's actually one of a kind of a character. His best friend is a bird named Woodstock. As you can see in one of the pictures, Woodstock, Snoopy and Woodstock have space helmets on and Woodstock's falling off. And there's another one where they're both sledding down a hill. So I really like Snoopy because he likes hockey and I play hockey too. He is the dog of Charlie Brown and he's like really not mean to Charlie Brown, but he just acts like Charlie Brown and like acts towards Charlie Brown like Charlie Brown brings out his food and then he just take it and go into his doghouse. And I really want to be Snoopy because I really like how he always dreams up going into space. He's most known for starring in the movie Peanuts. He's been in the comic strip Peanuts by Charles Schultz. And then he's also been in the Snoopy show, which is focused on him, and Snoopy in Space, which is also focused on him. The Peanut series is mostly focused on Charlie Brown. And that's why I want to be Bugs Bunny and Snoopy.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, I have read one of the books. Now let's go into our conclusion. I really liked everybody's slides. They were colorful, and I really liked hearing everybody's cartoon characters that they had to talk about. A few were new to me, like Applewhite, and a few of them were pretty interesting. And yeah, I haven't heard of like Raven Queen or yeah. And it was interesting learning that like Superwoman was like the mom of Supergirl, and like it's pretty cool. So yeah, now we can go to the interactions and Q&A session. Okay, so welcome to our interactions and Q&A session where we can interact. And so yeah, does anyone have any questions? Because I have a few questions to ask.
I do have a question.
Okay, you can go ahead.
When you were that character, like what thing would you like to have the most?
Can I go first?
Okay.
Yes.
I would like for Apple to have to be like less selfish and care more about Raven.
Okay. For me, if I was Curious George, one thing, did you say like what we would like to have the most?
Have, or would you like, what would you want, like have, or what would you want, like to do the most?
Okay, I'd like to maybe have, I just like overall like to explore the city. If I was Curious George, I would like to explore that place. And yeah.
Cool. I would also like to do that.
Anyone else like to answer Kashmi's question?
I would just have Dora have more like human interaction, or like a campaign where they all could like go on like an adventure together, because I feel like then we can like learn like different how would I say this, like different traits or feelings which different characters are having, and how they're experiencing different things. So I feel like if they included if I was Dora, I would have like more human friends instead of like animal friends.
Okay. The only thing, but it really isn't really too much of a difference if it's a human friend or animal friend, because inside Dora, the animal friends talk, and they walk, and they can do many things that humans can do. So there's not really too much of a difference.
Have you ever, any of you watched, what was that? Oh my god, I always forget that thing's name. Zootopia.
Yes.
Yes.
They talk, they walk,
Yeah.
And
they
like,
do very
In
human
most
stuff.
of the cartoons, all the animals talk and walk and do all the things that humans can do.
yeah,
Me?
Kriti
Defying the laws of physics. No, that's not physics. I'm kidding.
Where did you get physics from?
The laws of physics.
I was being random. Anyway,
Guys, I have a question.
yes.
Go ahead.
Have you ever been this character for Halloween? The character you chose.
No.
I have never ever been this character. Ooh, I actually have been a bee, and Winnie the Pooh eats honey made by bees. So I've done that. Yes.
No.
I've been like, I don't literally like.
Oh wait, I've been Hobbes. Or something, or the tiger from Winnie.
Okay, let me tell you my thingies.
I've never been Snoopy or Bugs Bunny.
I was a bee, and I was a bee.
Nice.
I was a cat. I was a princess. I think I was another princess. I don't think I've went trick-or-treating since I was a cat.
Well, yeah. For me, no, I have not been Alex Bailey. Of course not. I'm currently still reading that. There are no Alex Bailey costumes anywhere. And Curious George, no, I have been. No,
I have another question. It's let me see. It's what is the importance of cartoons, and why do you think kids like us should watch cartoons?
Can I answer that, please? Can I please answer?
Okay, Kriti can go first, and then I want to go after.
Thank you. So I think that cartoons are important because without the cartoons, and I hate to say it, but Peppa Pig.
Dude, I
it taught me many things, like that and Curious George. I would just watch Curious George for like 3 hours, and it'd be like, Curious George is bananas. He learned stuff. The man in the yellow hat is like looking through his stuff out of nowhere. So that's one thing. And I think these cartoons are important for us because as much as I hate to admit it, I truly did learn things from Peppa Pig. I learned things from Peppa Pig, Curious George, and I hate to say it, but even Coco Melon. Then another thing is that these things spark.
Can you elaborate what you learned? For example, can you just say?
So, in Peppa Pig, I learned. So wait, let me start with Curious George. So with Curious George, I learned that monkeys like bananas. I learned that seagulls fly over the bay. and other things like that.
How about from Coco Melon?
And from Coco Melon, I learned that I told you it's hard.
No,
It's
how
hard
to
admit that you learn things from Coco Melon.
no, how
Yeah,
to
like
eat breakfast
yeah,
and
I also
food
didn't agree. I also learned some things from
I learned that children, you have to be nice and you have to say sorry and thank you and please,
yeah, there's like sorry.
and that you have to recycle.
Speaking of like all those things, what are some like good habits you learned from
Recycling.
From Coco Melon, I guess when I was little, when I like the Coco Melon, I guess like from Coco Melon, like there's one song. There's like a lot of songs, but like one song was like sorry, excuse me, sorry.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's the one. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's the one. It has it teaches like good words like thank you, sorry, please, excuse me, stuff like that. So
This one time, Coco Melon fooled me and got me thinking that animals could play in a band.
and also they teach like ABCs and whatever.
In this very lullaby mode. This other day when I was in California, like 6 months ago when I was in California, my cousin was watching that and he was so happy. He was just overjoyed. Him and my other 4-year-old cousin were just happily watching that, and they were both at the end of dinner. They were both going, John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. His name is my name too. And I'm just like, I know that song because I had another cousin come over, and she's like every time she cried, that's me screaming across the room, John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. So she would stop crying. So these things are important. So you have that imagination. Like animals can't actually play in a band, but it got me thinking: can animals play in a band?
I would say like these cartoons are like not like they were very important when we were like when we were toddlers.
Believe it or not, we can still learn things from Curious George and Coco Melon today.
But
yeah, and
I feel like it affected us mostly when we were little kids. But there's nothing wrong with like watching it now because so like over time we might forget about some of these manners, like thank you, excuse me, sorry, and all those type of things. So,
yeah, it's still very good to watch. It's not like it's a sin for 10-year-olds to watch that.
Yeah, but it always adds value. Let's have our younger ones who are still in that cartoon mode. Ruhan, you joined after a few months. So what's your take? What did you like most about, I guess you talked about Superman, right? Do you remember a dialogue or something from Superman which you can share?
No, I don't remember any.
Okay, what's the best thing you liked?
About Superman?
Mm-hmm.
He's really strong, and like the other thing is like how like how do I say this? Yeah, like he's strong, and just like Supergirl, he also has like laser beams that come out of his eyes.
Did you mean Spider-Man, not Superman, because he did
Okay, I'm sorry, it was Spider-Man. Okay. Arushi came running, Mama. How could you say Superman? It's Spider-Man. Because Julan auntie is Superwoman, so I was thinking of Superman, right, Ruhan?
So about Spider-Man is like he's like kind of cool, and like another thing about him is like he doesn't like he's from an animal. He's like mutated by this animal, like this radioactive like spider, and like the part where he gets like bitten by the spider was like when like, and then he went through this a place where there was this garbage can, and then when he looked at his hands, there was like this like spikes or like or webs coming out, and so when he went to this man, there was this man, and then he said like, "Can you tell my future?" And this is kind of funny, but like, and he's like, "Can you tell my future?" And then she says like, "Keep your hand, give me your hand," and Spider-Man accidentally keeps his hand like this, and the lady gets webbed, and she like, "Get me out of there here this instant." And like and he said like it can't, the webs can't like get out until like 2 hours, so he ran away, and that was like the funny part.
Yeah, I totally agree. And tell me, all of you, when we were watching Spider-Man, didn't we try with our little palm to see if the web came out? Did you try?
Yeah,
Can you
I
show us
think
the
that's when I
action?
tried to fly. I tried.
Rohan, I have a little side question for you. Have you watched Spider-Man No Way Home?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
Okay,
I
can
have
any
a few
Don't
questions.
spoil it.
power pick up Sean's face and show it in front of the camera? I can only see his head. I know you have hair, but yeah, face would be nice.
Wait, how do you hold that thing? Do you hold it like this?
You don't even know how to hold it. That's what
Okay, okay. How about
Brother,
it's not there.
my brother was so addicted to
Guys, I have
Spider-Man. He
questions.
got this web shooter thing that
one at a
shoots
time?
at
Let's go one at a time. Okay,
All
one at
Guys,
a time.
I had a question. I had a few questions.
Okay, go ahead.
So first, whichever cartoon you chose, at what age did you watch it? A few of you guys mentioned it already, but is there like a time you started? Like, which was the first time you started? Like when you were like 5, or for me, maybe Curious George. I don't exactly know, but around like 2, 3, or 4, and then for me also Dora was one that I watched very frequently. So yeah, again that would be around 2, 3.
Okay. Olaf, the Olaf series. Olaf Frozen. I watched when I first came to the U.S. Probably like when I was 5. Because that was like recently when the movie came out, I guess. And then what is it, Dora? I used to watch that like all the time in India. Like ever since like before school.
There is no India America show difference for me. India, Peppa Pig. America, Peppa Pig. Russia, Peppa Pig. Indonesia, Peppa Pig.
Yeah, that is very good point, Kriti. Actually, cartoons don't have any country, boundary, or it's so universal, right? But I don't see Ganesha here too much. Why is that? Ganesha cartoon was very, very famous, I guess, still now in India, correct?
Yeah.
So, Kriti, Shan, Arushi, did you watch Ganesha cartoon?
No.
No, I
I
don't.
watched that like movie. Like it was like this Ganesha movie. It talked about
I've
like,
never
how it's
watched
going.
You made
Have-
also in India like Chota Beam and
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like over there in India, like it's not like one America thing. It's just made in different languages. Like in India, we have Chota Beam and other things like that. Then we have like that guy with the thin guy and the fat guy. And then,
Patlu and Patlu.
yeah, that thing. And then we have this other thing where it's Peppa Pig, and then we have this other thing where they just dub it in, I don't know,
Hindi.
some other language. Yeah.
Yeah. Also.
Believe me, I've seen Peppa Pig dubbed in Hindi. It's not going to
No,
surprise.
it's not that good.
Yeah, there and there's like Doraemon was also
Yeah,
famous in India.
Doraemon. I remember that. I feel like it was like some sort of anime.
Yeah, it was always in Hindi when I was there in my like
Doraemon.
yeah, on the TV there would be like it would only become in Hindi and I can't understand.
What is Dora?
What is happening?
Doraemon is that like round type of dude with the body, like a short body, and then his like
Yeah.
I'm the sharpener of Doraemon. That's the only way I know that guy.
But okay, we're going off topic. So yeah, when did we watch it? Was the question?
Doraemon. Before school in India, like 3 years.
Um,
Yeah.
Can I go?
Yes.
I'm trying to say, yeah, but
I watched I started reading and watching Ever After High when I was like 7 or 8, and Calvin and Hobbes. I started reading, like, I read it when my sister was in 5th grade. I don't really remember when that happened, and then my dad got the full series, and then I read them all.
yeah, so that's cool. A lot of us started at like a small age, so like around 5, most cartoons. Next also like Kashmi told like how she came to know of it. For me, I don't really even remember how I came to know of it. I'm pretty sure like I just it looks like Kriti's leaving. Okay, bye Kriti.
Hi, Kriti.
Bye, Kriti.
Okay, so are we done with that? I think most of you have to leave. So any other, Ananya, since you're the moderator, do you want to give an ending, a conclusion?
So thank you for joining our webinar, and we hope to see you at our next webinar. And
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ananya. You did a wonderful job. And what the end product that we learned, that cartoons help us. It's a different form of communication. It helps us interpret many powerful learnings, life lessons in a positive way, which is easier for kids to learn. So we hope that we learn or see or watch, read more cartoons, and absolutely have a world. And definitely we can create our own cartoons sometimes, maybe start a book. Those are all imaginary, so we can always start something small, and then we might create a character of our own. So with that note, thank you everyone who joined the webinar, and all those who have joined in as attendees. We hope to see you again next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.
another thing I wanted to tell Ritika, also Olaf loves hugs.
Mhm.
I know,
Love
like
hugs. You know.
I love hugs. Did we
Okay,
do
whatever. Bye, guys.
Bye.
okay, bye.